James Radio Show. Hey, guess what? It's Sunday morning, and there's a big change in my demeanor right now, isn't there? Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about a very serious subject today, about death. Death and sickness. Dead kids, dead mothers, dead fathers, dead brothers, dead sisters, dead friends. Death. Death and sickness. It happens to every one of us. That and taxes. A lot of you don't know who I am. I mean, yes, a lot of you do. You know, I try and keep, semi-private. Well, I guess my mother had a stroke. Did you know that? She almost died. And, 17 years ago, they gave her 7 years to live. She's 78 years old now. She had a stroke. Terrible. I saw her die on the table 3 times. The paddles came out. It's a blessing. Right now, she has some dental problems. Yeah, she still gets on the bar stool. Her name's Sarah. Yeah. She knows about death. That's right. In 1953, August 31st, my grandmother, Louise Collins, died of polio in New Jersey. I did the epidemic. A little worse than AIDS. Shut down the swimming pools, the city swim, I swear to God. I always remember that day, that Princess Diana, the death of my grandmother. Not long afterwards, Dr. Saul came out with his vaccine. My grandmother had 6 kids and had a 7th in her tummy. Well, 7, yeah. Just like that. My grandpa was a bus driver from Newark to Port Authority. He drove the 70 and a few others. You remember the 70? Still there. Essex County, Newark, all that. Death. You know what killed my grandfather? He thought it was cigarettes. It wasn't. Port Authority killed my grandfather in Newark. It was the bus fumes. There was a class action suit. Too late, he was dead. I still remember him. He's a great guy, Lloyd. His name was Lloyd. Lloyd Collins. And his brother Eddie was an identical twin. I thought I had 2 grandpas. Excuse me. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So we talk about death. I know a nurse. I met him. Say I know him, I drank with him. What's that, knowing him? Yeah, I guess kind of. He was drinking kind of heavily. You know why? Well, I'm not going to say his name. Well, it was his night off. He works at the Old Children's Hospital down at Johns Hopkins. That's what he does. Critical care. He said, hey, man, it's a hard job. So I don't know how you do it, man. We talked, I've studied medical, and we talked about medical crap. And then when it came down to it, I was like, so it was real hard. And he said, we got one group of kids we think can make it, another group of kids that might make it, and another group of kids, they ain't gonna make it. And you're gonna put your happy face on and go in there and be like Bozo the Clown and talk to their parents and understand they know about death. We glamorize death in this culture. Movies, crap, commercials. I say a lot of stuff on the air, and and I've written a lot of stuff. I don't like violence. Call me a conservative, freaky hippie. I don't like violence. And our culture just, well, you know what? And when push comes to shove, if death is on your doorstep, you don't like it, do you? Sitting there with your little video game, shooting people. Columbine all over again. Don't forget, the videotape is coming out soon. DVD, sorry. School shootings. My father kept a 60 rounds of 30 millimeter. Oh man, M1 fully automatic underneath my dad's bed. That's how I grew up. I saw my dad in 1968 in Newark on TV with a machine gun protecting the school. It was after the death of Martin Luther King. You probably read about my father. He knew Martin Luther King. He met him 2 weeks before he died. He protected him as a patrol officer. It's in his book, New Horizon Press. Death. RFK. Death. JFK. Bet. You know, I was in a store a while back, and well, we're coming up on it again. The anniversary of Martin Luther King was JFK. JFK. You know, Dallas, you know, you might have heard about it. And there was a high school kid in there. My mom worked there at Publix, you know, handing out some what she was cooking, you know, little samples. Aprons girl. Before she got sicker. Anyway, my mother said, gee, it's the anniversary of Kennedy's death. I was 2 years old. You know what this high schooler said? Oh, crap, big, tall, lanky kid. Probably 17, 16. Doesn't matter, he's old enough to know something. Says, who's JFK? I bet he knows what violent video games are out there. Probably played the video game, killed JFK. He had no idea. No concept of history. You know, my grandfather, Edward Buckaloo, my step-grandfather, I call him my grandfather. He was third wave Omaha Beach. You knew about that. A lot of you know I go to the Pines. Well, I haven't been there in a while, but, you know, that's kind of my home base down here in the Tampa Bay area. Lou Neiman, paramedic, Clearwater, Florida. Vietnam, 1970. He died, Agent Orange. Agent Orange killed him. Oh, he got his benefits. He lived across the street from the Pines. You might have read about the trailer park that a certain person ripped down. I'm sure Glenn Beck remembers that, you know. He lived there, Lou, with Mark. Yeah, he got his benefits. He used to drive his bicycle across the street every day. Yeah, Lou was a great guy. Yeah, he liked to drink a little. Can you blame him? That's the only time I ever saw my doctor cry, Dr. Hummer. Dr. Hummer cried when he had to give us the news. I got some bad news today. You know, what's up, Doc? Lou died. Jesus Christ, man. He just got his benefits. He's been fighting for years. And he died, Lou Neiman. They called him Butch. Yeah, they did. He was a great guy. Yeah, his sister and my heart goes out to them, you know. Of course. Death. VA, seen plenty of it. All the wars. Every one of them. I know some guy over there, I'm not going to say who he is. He's so fucked up from the Vietnam War. It's a chair, excuse me. He sleeps with a K-bar underneath. A K-bar is a bayonet for you boys and girls out there. They used it in Vietnam. It's a deadly weapon. It's like a pocket knife, only bigger. Every night, Mark goes to sleep. He sleeps with a K-bar underneath his pillow. That's right, Vietnam. Psh, killed my uncle. He didn't die until 1995. He ain't on the wall. West Virginia. Charles Blankenship, Chuck. 2 tours in Vietnam, 67, 68. He knew about death. Death, heroin. That's what he did. Did first tour, 1967. Chuck. And his parents were, and like his parents before, and they were all coal miners. Yeah. Well, he was a badass, Chuck was, and he drank a lot. Never saw him not drinking. Never. He woke up, he got a beer. Went to bed, got a beer. Guess what? He went there and worked on cars. Yeah, war killed him. 67, Vietnam, Da Nang, Pu Chang, Pyongyang, it's all the same effing, you know what thing. Excuse me. Yeah, his Huey got hit. Oh, he had, so what about the medals? Purple Hearts? I believe he had a few of them. He didn't have the Congressional. Silver Star, Bronze Star, whatever. Didn't matter to him. He only showed me his medals once. There were so many of them I couldn't count them. Yeah, well, 60. Yeah, his Huey got hit. He came out of the Huey. He just kind of got blown out of it, and his buddies tried to jump out of the Huey, and he landed on his back, and he literally saw his friends, his buddies in his squad, chopped up by the blades of the copter. He was the only one to survive. Another time, he had to carry a buddy across a minefield in a rice paddy. That wasn't mine. His buddy was dying. He got hit bad. He knew about that. No, he made it. Both of them. Sort of. How about this, huh? Lou Neiman. Well, I told you about Lou at the K-Bar. You know, a lot of times people say stuff at the VA, and they don't want to be, I'm the war hero. But I'll tell you what, when I was there, when I went after Vietnam, I got called a baby burner in San Francisco and all that crap. What? I don't burn babies. Yeah, I'm with the Zippo letter, most feared weapon of the Vietnam War. Ow. Lou Neiman got hit with a .50 caliber in the stomach. He sure did. Now, a lot of times I said, Lou, I knew him about a year. And the doctor was like, yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he got hit with a .50. I didn't believe it till he lifted his shirt one day in SATP. Dual diagnosis, we're all fucked up in the head over there. Yeah, I saw it. The mass of flesh missing from his stomach and went clear out his back. You know what he did then? For our country? He jumped up and killed 13 North Vietnamese regulars. Now, for you, those of you who don't know, that's a real soldier. He killed 30 of them. Then he passed out and croaked, almost. And he woke up stateside, eventually. Yeah, he never did wake up, really. That's Mark. He was Lou Neiman's roommate. They know about death. Just like that nurse at Johns Hopkins. I know about that. I'm a private person like that. Like I said, I like to keep that way. And, but, I got my mom. I take care of her. I have for years. That's one of the reasons why I'm still in Tampa Bay. Yeah, and she has some serious health issues now. I try and make her laugh. She has dementia. She has heart problems. Serious ones, too. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't go anywhere without a stethoscope. Do you know that? Death. I know about death. You know what happened a month ago? My friend Jimmy. You know what happened in my front yard? This would be a month, maybe 2 months ago. A car dumped his dead body out in my driveway. Oh, I always knew he did something. Oh, he sure did. I guess what happened? I had a stethoscope with me. Probably a good thing. He was dead. They said, call 911. Psh! That's his blue body, lifeless. In one hand, he had a needle. In the other hand, a lighter. In the car, a man, a woman, and a baby. They threw his dead body out with the baby. The baby, well, yeah, he shot dope up right next to a baby. That's why the police got involved. They never found that vehicle. We tried to get a plate. Never saw him before. Horrible.